Hey, J-Bo Nation! Shaming of Jay. He's not a dopey dumb bitch. He gets laid. The court jester. The court DJ. It's time to dive into the case. To the case.
Oh, shizzle. Hold on. Why is Babe not here? Let me. I haven't been on this program in a while. You guys are going to have to. There she is. There's my beautiful wife. What's up, Babe?
Hi, honey. I'm good.
For sorry, folks. First of all, I haven't used this program in a while, so hopefully this is all right. We were planning on going live to read the ethics complaint against, which we will do against Becky Hill, 74 counts, but we just found out there's the Chad Daybell verdict came in, so I have an eye on it. Let me make sure this looks all right. We'll go live for that verdict when the court. So we'll just shoot the shit. I think before. How come the chat isn't showing? Hold on. Let's see. Maybe.
I popped it out on YouTube. So.
I just mean on. I think Patrick's isn't up yet, and.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, 45 minutes for the verdict? We got to wait 45. Thank you, Kim, for letting us know that. The verdict is in. Yeah, folks. My intro is written by Real Black 14 on Twitter. Hopefully Patrick's will wake up in that chat. Babe, tell the folks, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I am on day 35 of my rash of my poison oak. It's healing. It's just that I have been itchy for 35 days straight.
Nightmare.
But now it's mostly only itchy like from 4 p.m. to when I fall asleep. So that's considerably better. I mean, it does look like my skin does look sort of like a war zone, but hopefully I can just hide in the house with you, babe.
Babe, yes, you can always hide in the house with me. You're a little like off center here from.
I'm off kilter. I am. Yeah. What the hell? Which way? This way?
That's perfect. Yeah. Yes, that's perfect. I don't know. All right, so if it's 45 minutes, I guess we should start maybe going over the ethics complaint of Becky Hill, and then we will go live for the verdict watch. Expect to be read at 1. Oh no, this says. Oh yeah, 45 minutes. 4 p.m. is in 45 minutes. My mic is low. Is that better? Is that better? Test. I just can't hear. Oh, is that better? That should be better.
I mean, you are much quieter than me in real life, too. So.
That's true. I think that should be better. Is that better? Sorry. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry. Again, I haven't. For folks who are. This is how I used to stream on this program. I have called eCam, but it's not. I can't really do the dual streams where Bob has control as well. So that's why I haven't used it in a while. So, all right, folks. So 45 minutes until the verdict is read. Shocking. I can't imagine what it's going to be, but for this quick, I think we all have an idea. But I guess we can go over Becky Hill's 74 count ethics complaint before. For folks who don't know, Becky Hill was the Colleton County court clerk during the Murdaugh trial. She very famously wrote a book which she plagiarized half the thing after the trial was over. And then Pootie Tang filed a motion because to have the verdict. I forget what the motion exactly was, but he alleged that Becky Hill influenced the jury, which it turned out was not granted, but nonetheless, now we got and she resigned. And now we have this ethics complaint. So let me try to pull this up here. 74 counts. Oh, hold on?
I'm going to answer these questions in the chat real quick.
Okay.
About my health. Yes, they did prescribe hydroxyzine. So You guys, I've gone to the doctor 3 times. So I've had steroids. I've had steroids for like weeks. I can't have any more steroids, apparently. They're like, no more, ma'am. Or I'm going to like, I don't know, roid out or something. So they told me no more of that. Because I was on that for like 2.5 weeks straight. And then I take the hydroxyzine. I take that at night. I was taking it all day, every day because I was itchy all day, every day. But now I can just take it at night. So it's bad. I hope I never, ever, ever get it again. And if I do, I'm literally maybe just going to drive myself to the ER and be like, can you keep me here? Asleep in a medical coma.
Yes, if you're coming in late, we are going to cover the verdict, which will be in about 40 minutes. Let me see if this works. Yes, all right. I got my comments here. Wonderful. Getting used to back to my program here. Thanks, everyone, for being here. If you missed our members only, we appreciate everyone being there. Also, I guess we should talk about what Bob let out of the bag, which I had told him, but I will let all you guys know who weren't in the members only. Unfortunately, me and Shannon will not be able to attend the True Crime podcast festival in Denver in July, which we had planned to do until Ethan had a mishap, cut his finger, and we are now at, without all the bills coming in, over $3,000. And then
we're not even close to the bills coming in.
Yeah,
like that was one bill, right, babe?
No, that was a bunch of bills, but there's more to come in. And what really sucked was for there's in network, there's out network. The pick thing, part of the pick thing was out of network, and that part was $1,500 by itself. So unfortunately for me,
which there's a separate deductible for the out of network, so that doesn't even.
So like for us to then have to pay at least $1,000 for tickets to go to and the hotel, all the things, just I mean, I'm still having to start reselling just to like keep live streaming and doing this. So like that just is not going to be in our plans this year. Hopefully maybe next year when we maybe get a sponsor or something. But anyway, unfortunately we will not be able to, it was not a planned expense. And so anyway, thank you so much. Gravity's True Crime says, your brain makes my blues go away, and Shannon is fire, no BS facts. And thank you so much for that super chat. Yes, the important thing, absolutely. Ethan is okay. The pick line is out. He's got 5 more weeks of having his soft cast. Oh, Annie with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Annie. Clearly, Botrix has not woken up because we would be hearing stuff right now if it did, which I enjoy. But hopefully, Botrix will wake up on YouTube. But nonetheless, I think I have this set up now. Let me just turn this off here. So again, in about 40 minutes, we will go live with the Chad Daybell verdict. Until then, here is the notice of hearing and ethics complaint against JD with a $19 super chat.
Nice.
Excuse me. Thank you so much, JD. You're the best. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
That's really kind, and we always appreciate all of your. Was that 2 of them from JD? This looks like. Thank you so much. You're so kind.
One from JD, one from Annie.
Thank you guys so much.
You did that one right?
Yes, I did. All right, so here is the notice of hearing. So the hearing is going to be on December 19th, 2024. So if I'm still doing this then, we'll be covering it if it's a live thing that's streaming. All right, count 1. Rebecca Hill, former clerk, knowingly used her official position to direct a bonus to herself in the amount of $2,000 in September of 2021 from IVD child support funds. She gave her
it's like a surplus, I believe, like a surplus of funds or something.
So money that should go to child support she took for herself. Am I reading this wrong?
Yeah, I mean, yes, essentially.
Count 2. Rebecca Hill used her official position to direct a bonus to herself in an amount of $380 from child support funds. Second one. Count 3. Becky Hill, former clerk, knowingly used her official position to direct a bonus to herself in the amount of $2,500. Again, from the child support fund. Just got a $25. $20 cash out from Deja. Thank you so much, our amazing mod. Thank you.
Melanie, thank you.
Count 4. $2,500 child support. So how much? So that's about right now out of the first 4 counts. That's over $7,000 that she gave to herself out of the child support funds. Wow. Count 5. Oh my God, another $2,500. I should just from the child support funds. Count 6. Becky Hill knowingly used her official position to negotiate. Oh, Susan Lupo just sent $25 cash app. Thank you so much, Susan.
Susan.
You're so kind.
I love her so much.
She's the best. Always give her. Always.
She's always so sweet.
You guys
too.
are great. Thank you.
I love all of y'all that leave so many comments and things. It isn't just about who sends money to us. We have so many people that leave us such nice comments every day. A lot of people have been commenting on my fashion stuff and like sharing my fashion stuff, which has really gotten traction. I think I had 2,000 followers probably about 4 months ago, and I'm like at 2.6 thousand followers on Twitter. So that's really like picked up some steam. So thank you all so much for that.
And we just got a $25 Venmo from Amy Curley. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. And we just got a PayPal of 100. Geez, you guys. Oh, you're trying to make me cry. I haven't cried on stream in a while.
It's funny because before we started the stream, I was going to tell you, like, I've been crying at like the drop of a hat. I'm not sure if it's from this medication or what. So
the $100 was from Viv and it says, "Love you," and Shannon, we love you.
Viv.
She's always so kind. And again, guys, we are going to go live with the verdict, Chad Daybell, in about 30 minutes. Oh my God, Shiraz just sent a $200 Venmo. Holy shit. And just says kids, man. Oh man, thank you so much. You guys are so kind.
Thank you guys.
You guys are. Oh, I'm gonna cry. All right, let me collect myself. Becky Hill knowingly used her official position to negotiate the use of the Colleton County Courthouse and an interview in exchange for the promotion of her book, Behind the Doors of Justice. Jeez. Count 7. Knowingly used her position to authorize a check for $150 to Community Innovations, a business with which she is associated with. Holy shit! This is. Gee, I wonder why she resigned.
Aw.
Maya says, "Jay, I feel like you and I could be BFF. You state what I'm thinking when I think it, and we like to say movies, and we hate Wendy Adelson. Love you both. Thank you so much, Maya. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. You guys are amazing. All right. Just got Kim. Kim just sent a $50 Venmo. And it says, fight out the network. There could be an emergency clause in there that pays in network for out of network. Don't pay before you guys fight it. Love you guys. Kim, thank you so much, Kim. You guys are too kind.
Yeah.
All right. Rebecca Hill knowingly used her official position to authorize issuance of a check and $600 again to Community Innovations, a business with which she is associated. Count 9. By the way, if you came in late, there are 74 counts, guys. We are on count 9. 74. Provided an individual with whom she was associated confidential information in the form of a photograph of an inmate, the Colleton Courthouse holding cell, to promote the sale of the book. That's Alex Murdoch. I saw it in the article. I'll have to see if I can find that. So
yeah, he's like laying in his cell, right?
With a book, yeah.
The holding cell. It's the holding cell before the verdict. And she tried to say that one of the guards, she like threw one of the guards under the bus and tried to say he took the photo.
MJ just sent us $20. Our amazing mod. My favorite couple. Wish I could give more. Payday tomorrow. Stay strong. We're gonna get you through there. JBN FTW. Fuck the world. LOL. Thank you, MJ. And then Sarah, our amazing mod. $25. Love you both, and so grateful for the endless entertainment you provide. Wish I could send more, guys. Anything you guys, we appreciate anything. So don't ever feel like that. And thank you so much, Sarah and MJ. Count 10. Rebecca Hill knowingly used her position to direct payment in the amount of $110 drawn on check 6377. To wit, Hill directed that she be reimbursed for the purchase of items, including but not limited to meals for the clerk of court employees. So she asked for money back for meals, which
Ooh, this one's good.
Knowingly used her position to direct payment in the amount of $113.28. To wit, Hill directed that she be reimbursed for the purchase of items, including but not limited to food and gifts for clerk of court employees, noted as Easter goodies. Babe, you want to read?
Goodies.
You want to read this while I check and just make sure that the court is
sure thing. So the next count is that Becky Hill knowingly used her official position to direct. You took it off the screen, so I cannot see it.
Sorry, hold on, I didn't.
It's all right, my love.
have not done
so. $201.30 to reimburse for purchases, including but not limited to gifts for employees, noted as Mother's Day gifts. Isn't it adorable that she wrote in the memo like what she was reimbursing herself for?
Not a good.
Who would have known that Easter goodies were not reimbursable? I mean,
Mother's Day gift, not a good criminal. Kelly Bo Belly just sent $25. Thank you for the endless laughs day after day. Thank you so much. And then Lauren just sent us $1. I'm sorry, but I'm poor, and this is my last dollar. I love you both.
Lauren,
so
I told
Lauren,
you not to send that.
How dare you, madam? I'll be sending that back to you. But thank you. We appreciate the kindness. You didn't have to do that. Don't send us your last dollar. Oh
no,
man.
You guys save that for your coffee money.
Yeah, Amber, our amazing mod, just sent us $110. Jeez, guys, thank you, Amber. You guys are all kind.
You guys, now I'm like sniffing into the microphone because I'm trying not to cry.
All right,
sound like Darth Canoni.
I'm gonna keep reading so I don't cry. Oh, actually, I haven't used any of my sound bites. Let's.
My voice wicked smart.
Yeah.
And then how about this one? That's soaking. Oops. I had to cut that one down. Dixie just sent us $25. Thank you so much for shiz and giggles. Thank you, Dizzy. Oh, I think that's because I made a thing, didn't I? Here it is. Let's see if it works. There it is. I forgot about that. Claire Terry with a £5.
That's appropriate for trial. Because
yes.
The Mormons are the soakers.
I think Botrix might be working now. I wonder. Thank you so much. It is.
I mean, not all the Mormons.
Very clearly, Botrix has woken up. So, all right. Let me continue so I don't cry. Let's see. Count 14. And I'm keeping an eye. Is this not live? Yes, hold on. This is going to come off the screen again, probably. But no, it didn't. Okay, good. All right. So, it's not live yet. It should be live at 4. And I will go to that for Dumbbell Potato Head. Welcome,
you guys,
Ben.
It wasn't even enough for the Mother's Day gifts. Like the 200 wasn't enough. So she wrote another 180 for Mother's Day gift card.
Oh, and I can highlight the Capri Suns. I can't do this on the other one. Welcome, Ben. Thank you so much. And again, thank you so much to Claire Terry for the £5. You guys are very amazing.
Oh, thank you, Claire.
We appreciate it very much. All right. So where are we at? $53 for the purchase. Oh, did we do that?
Another Mother's Day gift.
Noted as Mother's Day gift, staff courthouse ladies. Deja just gifted a membership to Creative Minds. Deja, you're the best. And then $14 from
You know
Abby.
that like the sad thing about this is like all these people, they thought that she was like using her pocket money, of course, to like buy these gifts, I'm sure. Like you think you have this really nice boss who's like getting you something, and really she's stealing the money from poor families
Great point,
and
babe.
children.
Abby Roth with $14 Venmo. Thank you so much, Abby. And then
Oh, thank you, Abby. I'm gonna
$53
let
from Lisa, and it says check number 6385 a la Becky Hill. Lisa, thank you so much. All right, let's continue here. Count 11. Knowingly used her official position to direct payment in the amount of $151.95. To wit, directed that she be reimbursed for the purchase of items, including but not limited to paint samples, fruits and snacks for FC and CP judge, lunch for clerk, CRLC CP clerks, FC wall. This is wild. 60.15 items included but not limited to meals for herself, clerk of court employees, and court personnel. Tina's gifted a membership that's going to Lauren. Thank you so much, Tina.
Tina, thank you.
Mia, thank you. So that was Mia. So thank you so much for that, Mia. That was awesome. And again, folks, if you're coming in late here, first of all, thanks for being here. Second of all, at 4:00 in 20 minutes, we will be going live for the Chad Daybell verdict. And in the meantime, we are reading the ethics complaint of Becky Hill. I just got a $25 Venmo from Tom. This is thanks for all you guys do. Glad I found you guys recently. Tom, we are glad that you did, and thank you so much. Susan asks, so is this ethics but not criminal, or what can this mean? You know, that is a good question that I don't know the answer to. I just know that they're having a hearing December 19th, 2024, where they're going to go over this stuff. Prudence is barking at me because she thinks it's time to eat, but it's another...
She thinks it's 4:00.
Oh, I could even have dog cam. I haven't done that in a while.
Well, while you're doing that, I was just going to tell you this. So one of our followers the other day, they took a photo, and that photo inspired a purchase for me. And this was a bad purchase for me because I thought that other members of the family would like this purchase. However, no one has eaten any of this purchase except for me. So whoever was eating these while they were watching Jay and Bob, I mean, thank you, because it was really, they're delicious. They're so good. But unfortunately, I am the only one in this house eating these. So you guys, thanks for the inspiration.
Lauren has been a member for 7 months, and she says they're searching Chudley the Lump. And then here we go, folks. Searching. If you haven't seen in a while, we haven't been able to.
There's Prudy's butt.
Come here. Here are the friends.
There's Beanie.
They think it's time, although it's 20 minutes to go. I haven't had a nice, good view doggy cam in a while. Hi, Penny. I don't even have... Oh, do I have treats in? Oh, I do have treats in here.
I don't know if Bob knows the verdict is in, because when is he traveling today?
I thought he was either traveling or doing the thing, his show or whatever. So that's a good question. I haven't... Here you go.
Oh, boy.
All right. Let's continue here.
Oh, paints. You already did paint samples, right?
Yes.
And you did meals for herself. Oh, now we're to $244.49, noted as birthday gifts and meals for family members. Becky. This woman is out of control.
$117 meals for herself and employees of the solicitor's office. 19 not limited to $51.80 for gifts. She's just getting, like you said, babe, buying gifts. People are like, oh, she's so kind, she got me this gift, and meanwhile she's stealing the money.
Yes. I mean, remember when it came out, everybody was like, Miss Becky is the sweetest thing. She's as sweet as iced tea. But is she?
Jesse Charles, welcome to the Bows. Capri Suns in the chat. Just got $5, 5 coffees actually, which is even more than $5. Delighted to hear Chud's verdict on Jay's channel. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Yes, that is correct. The hearing is not until December 19th. We are just reading the complaint at this time, and in about 20 minutes, we're going to go live for the verdict. All right, $95.26. Oh, look at this one, babe.
Oh, man.
Birthday gifts and supplies, including Smirnoff Ice. That is whoever wrote this complaint throwing extra shade. They didn't have to put that in there, including Smirnoff
that
Ice.
Was definitely that was definitely the level of petty that I love to be right there.
Smirnoff Ice in the $137.93, including but not limited to lunch for herself and others. All right, $300, $306.64, meals for herself and employees of the solicitor's office, as well as Valentine's Day gifts, where she's getting all the gifts. She's getting
like Arbor Day will be next. What do you get? Like a tree for your yard?
This is $91.
This is nuts.
Paint, not limited to paint and supplies.
Yeah, because you got to repaint the office. She wants it to be, aesthetic.
$131 for meals.
Does she just write a check for her own lunch every day at work?
Every day.
It sort of seems like it.
Man, if you are a taxpayer.
And just on the checkbook.
Go ahead.
She's just not very smart. This is not a very smart crime.
Yeah, taxpayers cannot be happy with this. $25. I'm just count 25. $74.88. Office supplies, all right. $75 worth of office supplies. 26. B-Day lunch with staff. So for her own birthday, she took out $100 for B-Day lunch with the staff. Catherine gifted our membership going to Whisker. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cat.
Yeah, Keystone, you're right. I mean, this is probably nothing compared to all the tax dollars that are wasted. But now we have
it's nothing.
We have a record of it.
Yes.
At least in this instance.
And it's hilarious that they found out it's for Smirnoff Ice.
All right, so let's see what else we got here.
We got one here. 9719. She wants to be reimbursed for floral items, assorted beverages, so flowers and wine and flowers.
I'm surprised they didn't put what kind of wine. 28.
It would have been like Boone's Hill.
$115.20 for meals to herself and guests. 29. $69.87 lunch. A lot of lunches. Every lunch this woman had, she is charging. All right. $131.84. Lunch for courtroom staff and jury, as well as gifts for court personnel. 31. $256.57. Check $64.73, including but not limited to snacks, supplies, and meals. A lot of meals, a lot of snacks. Here we go. $89. Purchase of items including Mother's Day gifts for clerk of court employees. $82. Snacks and supplies for court personnel. $400 to Whithill directed that she be reimbursed for the purchase of items including but not limited to gifts. What are these gifts? Did someone put in the chat, and it's a question, is no one questioning how many gifts that this woman is getting for everyone? or I guess I probably wouldn't. $20 from Joanne Jedi Platypus. Thank you so much. Let me see what the note is.
Susan Skinner, I don't think so. How long was she the clerk of court, babe? I don't think it was very long.
I am not sure the
Maybe
answer to
like
that.
18 months?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't think she had been elected for very long.
Joanne says, I was going to send this to Judge Chud's jail treat fund, but decided he's fat enough and we love you guys more. Joanne and Mr. Jedi. Thank you, Joanne. And thank you, Mr. Jedi. We appreciate it. And thank you, Kathy Rabs, for the $20 super chat. You guys are beyond generous. Thank you all so much. It means literally everything to us. I can't.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Joanne and Mr. Joanne.
And Mr. Jedi, not Mr. Joanne, Mr. Jedi. Don't give me
What
that face.
is it so offensive?
She wrote Mr.
Would
Jedi.
you not like to be called Mr. Shannon?
No,
I think you would.
I want to be called Mr. Babe. But anyway, she said she wrote Mr. Jedi, so I'm reading Mr. Jedi. All right, did we do $81 meals? I think so. Count 36, 95.48 meals to herself and court personnel.
Again, just lunch.
$66 gifts for clerk of court employees. 38.
She's
meals.
just sweetest thing, Miss Becky.
39. $128 gifts for all these clerk of court employees. I want to know these gifts. All right, 40. $105, $105.70. More gifts for the clerk of court employees. 41. $120.
Courthouse
supplies. 42.
I mean, she had a budget for those things. So really that had to be just random weird stuff, I would think. Like what's she getting? Like fresh flowers or
yes, I am gonna go live, Mia. I got the we're gonna go, it's gonna be in 13 minutes. We will go live for the verdict. All right, so which one we do this one? 43. $74 meals for herself and vendor. 44. 67.66 items including but not limited to office decorations. This is your birthday banner she paid for with
It's a fact. So it has a period.
$345.95. Purchase of items including but not limited to meals for herself and clerk of court employees, as well as office decorations. Man, $144 meals for herself and clerk of court employees. 47. 106.86. Wait, not limit. An office cooler and office decorations. She bought herself a Yeti cooler. Actually, it would probably be a lot more than that.
A Yeti cooler for the office. Ooh, $543.89.
Oh, babe, here we go. Appetizers.
Oh, yes. Soft drinks. Jägermeister.
Bob just texted me that he's going
limoncello.
live.
Provided during a going away lunch. This is very important. You have to have limoncello for the going away lunches for employees of the solicitor's office. I mean, that makes sense. Bob's going live. What? He's going against us?
I guess so. He said jump and dual stream.
Bob. Bob, how dare you?
Now I'm texting.
I hate Jaeger. Babe, do you like Jaeger at all?
I don't like any really hard liquor, to be honest. And what was it? So it's appetizers, apps. She got apps. Soft drinks, Jägermeister, and limoncello provided during a go-away lunch for an employee of the solicitor's office. Yeah.
That sounds like it was Jaeger bombs and lemon drop shots at the Chili's.
Oh, Jared's here. Hey, what's up, Jared? Jared says no one should ever buy Jaeger for anything ever.
Agreed.
What's up, Jared? Good to see you. All right. All right.
Karen, I definitely
$600.
haven't drank it since 2003.
$600 reimbursed for the purchase of items including but not limited to picnic tables. We got $600 worth of picnic tables. Jared just said, P.S. How about the Mets, Jared? Mods, please block
Oh,
Jared.
Jared.
How dare you? At this time in I was just talking to Bob today in our members stream that this may be the most embarrassing the Mets have been in my lifetime, and that's saying something. All right, $65.39, $66.
More meals, personal
More
meals.
$51.95. Food for jurors and court personnel. $268. Valentine's gift to jurors and clerk of clerk. She got the jurors Valentine's Day gifts. Oh my Lanta. You're right, Catherine.
This is bad.
53.
Sinead, that's a great point. What, if anything, did she not purchase?
$58.48. Food for court personnel. $54. $67. Meals again. $55. $51.63. Brunch snacks for clerk. Some nice snackies. Some nice brunch snacks for the clerk of court employees.
Brunch snacks. I really wish I worked for Becky.
Same. $62.64. Gifts for clerk of. More gifts.
Gifts. You get gifts for everything here.
$200 for the purchase of items including but not limited to office furniture. All right, office furniture. $58. $140. Gifts for a lot of gifts for clerk of court employees and court personnel.
So many gifts.
$59. $125. Personal meals. $60. Oh, babe. Gifts for the employees as well as dog food, dog bones, and dog bed. Atlanta. $55.97. Personal meals.
Becky, you are wild. This is Clerks Gone Wild.
Great point by Mandy here. How do you do that to Judge Newman? How do you do that?
How do you
do that to the man? That's a good question. Carrie says, was she embezzling and made it look like it was for the court, like with the furniture and stuff? I mean, it seems.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, that was a really good question. And good to see you, Carrie. Always love when we see Carrie in the chat.
She said she's on a plane.
She's on. She's going to CrimeCon. All right, so 62. $154 meals and gifts.
Personal meals and gifts.
63. $425. Reimbursement for Lori's 50th birthday. Happy 50th birthday, Lori Laughlin. We know you went to jail for the thing. Didn't she go to? She went to jail but she got $425, Lori Laughlin, after the scandal. She was worried about her, so she got her a $425 gift. I'm kidding if you don't know me. That's not true. I don't know if it's Lori Laughlin, but it's highly unlikely, actually. All right, $56. Oh, candy, tea, and lemonade for Lori's 50th birthday. $77 on count 65. Meals for herself, court personnel, and employees of the Attorney's General Office. 66. We might be able to get through all of these before the verse.
Facts. She needed to get Father's Day gifts for the guys.
Father's Day for the guys, $72. 67. $232 for meals and
more
for
meals.
The court. 68. $94 for meals for herself and the employees.
They were well fed. They were well fed in this office.
Count 69. Nice. $118 meals for herself and the employees. $76 items on gifts for the clerk employees. $50 gifts. $80 cleaning supplies. Fabuloso, perhaps.
Probably not. That would have been in the budget. It was probably like, organic or something.
$183 for Office decorations, we've had those. 74 for
This
120.
office is well decorated.
Oh, what is this? $128. Oh, is this the last one? Yeah, this is the last one. Office decorations, and now it's saying you have the right to represent by counsel. Yeah, you better. The right to call and examine witnesses. Man, if we are going to cover this hearing live, if it's a hearing we can cover.
For sure.
And this was served on her so this was served about 13 days ago by certified mail. So there it is.
For sure. Because you guys, do you remember like how snippy she was, babe? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Like she was pretty snippy about, being accused of these things.
And
once we knew of the plagiarism, I was like, there's no bottom. Who knows what this woman has done?
All right,
you plagiarized your book.
Yeah, and for folks, Sarah points out, if you came in late, the first few counts of money that was taken out was taken from a child support fund, if you could believe that. Like $308 from IVD child support funds, $2,000 from child support funds. Count one is $2,000 from child support funds. Count two is $308 from child support funds. Count three is $2,500 from child support funds. Count four is $2,500 from child support funds. Count five is another $2,500 from child support fund. I mean, I have to assume these have to be criminal charges. Like, I can't imagine you could steal.
I would think those have to be, definitely.
You steal that much money and it not be a criminal thing. I don't know if it says on here like
Mandy Jo, it was former employees of the office. It was one current employee of the office, right, babe? And then one former employee.
What?
That reported her.
Oh, I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. Hold on, I'm going to the verdict watch squaducial. All right, folks, so we're going to be ready when this thing goes.
I made a graphic about Becky Hill and her fall from grace. We can put that up on our Patreon after this. I have like a timeline of all of her little crimes that she committed.
Well, so if you're coming in late, first of all, thank you for being here. We're going to go live for the verdict. We're just waiting here. Let me just make sure the audio is on when it comes live with the audio. We just went through, it should be live with the audio. We just went through the 74 count ethics complaint against Becky Hill. If you want to go back and check that out. And we're about to go live for the Chad Daybell verdict, folks, which was, as you can see here, the clock stopped at 6:05, 6 hours, 5 minutes, and 7, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but was the East Idaho News has its, what? Oh, that's just outside the courtroom. What was I saying before I just lost my train of thought? What? Oh, was Lori 4 hours? Does anyone know? Is that correct? While we wait, we got our soaking. I'm going to use this. We're not going to be able to use our soaking much more. So, whoops. There's our little soaker.
Somebody asked
what
the total was, and it gave me a flashback to when you worked in claims, babe, because I would just hear you randomly from the office be like, hey, Alexa, how much is $10,000 plus $4,244 plus, like all these things. Nash.
What up, Nash?
Hi. I hope your first year of college went awesome.
We think your mom and dad are awesome, and so are you, Nash. So, what up,
and so
Nash?
is YOLO. Hello to YOLO.
What up, YOLO? Lauren says she thinks it was 7 hours. Okay, I could be. And Amanda says 6 hours. All right, I was wrong. So about the same, folks. About the same time for both of them. Will Tinsley. I'll be sure to let you know. Are you kidding me, Mandy? Like, this shit drives me. I have never been late I've never missed a child support fund, and it's in New York is a lot. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot everywhere, but it just feels like a lot. It sucks. It
Kind of a
sucks
lot comparative to the what I receive, right?
when you receive it. If you receive it, yes.
Well, right.
Yes, that's
It's like
true.
1/10.
Yeah.
I
It's
think it's
not.
no, it's 1/20th. It's not even a 10th.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it doesn't make me feel good that they're taking. Oh, this is not on live. Let me not pull a Bob here. All right, we're live. Yes, Babe busts her ass too. That's true. All right, folks. So we're just waiting here. If it's on another channel, let me know. But I assume that. I hope Law and Crime doesn't freaking we miss it. If it's on, well, I just went to as you guys just saw, I went to East Idaho News, and it was just the courthouse outside. So if anyone sees it on another channel, please let me know. But I assume that Law and Crime is going to be on top of it. It should be any second now. Could you tell Sloan to feed the dogs?
Yes.
Look, all the guys, they're sad. You guys haven't seen sad dogs in a while. Hold on. They put their backs to me when they're sad. Look at Penny. Look at sad Penny, who has been neglected, and they know it's dinner time, and just wait till Sloan tells them that she's going to feed them. They'll get up and run out of here.
Babe, we should show the kids we should show the people our grandchild.
Oh,
Let
you're
me
gonna
grab
get the
it.
grandchild? Yeah. Penny does this. She doesn't face me when she's sad.
It is being. Oh, Sloan, tell them you're going to feed them.
Say who's hungry. Sloan.
Say
Eh?
who's hungry so that they'll run.
Who's
No, they're
hungry?
inside in Jay's office.
Who's hungry? Go get your. Who's
Oh,
hungry?
boy.
Pretty go.
There they go.
Who's hungry? She might not go because I'm not
So-
keeping me here. All right, go ahead, tell him, babe. It's baby potato.
This is a potato baby. I think it's Jay and I used to have like egg babies, or you guys probably used to have egg babies. Now they have these potato babies. Potato Protective Services should have already been called because Sloan comes in from school and just leaves the baby. I mean, it is in this nice little bed she made, but
It's a potato.
she leaves it.
Mandy, where is it on? On what channel, Mandy?
Fine.
Oh, here we go. Thank you.
Time for the verdict.
I could probably zoom this on Dumb Potato, but do we want to see Dumb Potato solely? Oh, here we go.
Thank you. Please be seated. All right, I apologize. It'll take me a moment here to get logged on, and then we'll get started.
Why aren't you logged out already, boys? While we wait, thank you all sincerely from the bottom of our hearts for all your generosity today and every day. Literally, I wouldn't be still doing this if it wasn't for you guys. So, thank you. As we wait for Judge Boyce to sign into AOL, put in the disc, wait for the.
It's on his own channel, isn't it?
It is.
Meow.
Not now, Gary. Oh, right over Shannon's face, Gary.
Meow.
Gary, she doesn't like you, Gary.
I don't.
Thanks
like
a
Gary.
lot, man.
Not you, Beetle. Gary. Yes, Carrie. Oh, Carrie's here. Jack's here. This is a death penalty case, folks. So If he is found guilty, I think straight from here, do they get sequestered and have to decide if he
The
gets the death
penalty
penalty?
phase. Yeah. Is it the same jury in Idaho?
I think so, because remember they kept asking.
Okay, we're on the record on case CR 22-21-1623, State of Idaho versus Chad Guy Daybell. The court's been advised that the jury has reached a verdict. The court will note the parties are present. The state's present with Mr. Wood, Ms. Blake, Mr. Wixom, and Ms. Beatty. Mr. Pryor's here representing the defendant, Mr. Daybell. And the court at this time is going to instruct the jurors to please be brought into the courtroom. That will include our alternate jurors as well to be seated. And then I will have the marshal get the verdict form from the jury once they return to the courtroom. So if they can come in at this time, we'll have them brought in.
What do you mean? Why are they not already there? What are we doing here? Let's get them in here.
All right, please.
You will bring the jury.
There he is. And this one's for you, Charlotte.
Hey, Bo, what's this I'm hearing about what you're saying? I thought we were friends.
Yo, what's up, Steve? What's up, everyone? Thanks for being here. I think I have this
Here's our president counter for
portal
you.
to go to Steve's show tonight.
Thank you.
by the
Please
way.
be seated.
Let me make sure. No, I don't. Let me do that.
All right, the court's going to next just make a reference that there is a courtroom conduct order in effect in this proceeding to remain in effect. So I appreciate everyone complying with that order, as most of you have done throughout the proceedings in this case. At this time, then, the first matter I'd like to take up is to do a roll call of the jury for the record. So, Madam Clerk, if you could please conduct a roll call of our jury to make sure they're all present and properly seated at this time.
Will they make this mute?
Juror number 1, red card number 27.
Oh, good. Numbers only. Good job.
Juror number 2, red card number 219. Juror number 4, red card number 631. Juror number 5, red card number 653. Juror number 7, red card number 752. Juror number 8, red
This is
card
live, guys. This is live.
1680. Juror number 9, red card number 823. Juror number 10, red card 1358. Juror number 11, red card 1365. Juror number 12, red card 716. Juror number 14, red card 997. And juror number 15, red card 1078.
Sinead, welcome
right.
to your verse.
Thank you,
verdict
Madam
with
Clerk,
us.
for conducting the roll call. All right, at this time, I'm next going to inquire from the jury foreperson, has the jury reached a verdict? All right, thank you. Mr. Bailiff, if you would please retrieve the verdict from the jury foreperson. Thank you.
Oh, man, the silence is deafening.
All right, the court has reviewed the verdict form. I'll note that all counts have been properly marked, as well as the verdict form's been properly dated and signed by the foreperson. The next step then is Mr. Daybell, if you and counsel would please rise. I'm going to have the
Stand
clerk
up.
read the verdict.
Hopefully your potato head doesn't knock you over. Here we go. And you douche, Pryor. Fuck you both.
In the District Court of the 7th Judicial District of the State of Idaho and for the County of Fremont. State of Idaho plaintiff versus Chad Guy Daybell defendant. Case number CR 22211623. Verdict. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn to try the above entitled action for our verdict, unanimously answer the questions submitted to us as follows. Question number 1. In regards to count 1 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan and grand theft by deception? Guilty.
Boom.
Question number
Roasted.
2. In regards to count 2 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan? Guilty.
Boom.
Question number
Roasted.
3. In regards to count 3 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Joshua Jackson Vallow and grand theft by deception? Guilty.
Boom. Roasted.
Question number 4. In regards to count 4 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Joshua Jackson Vallow? Guilty.
Boom.
Question number
Roasted.
5. In regards to count 5 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tamara Tammy Daybell? Guilty. Question
Boom.
number 6.
Roasted.
In regards to count 6 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Tamara Tammy Daybell? Guilty.
Boom. Roasted.
Question number 7. In regards to count 7 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of insurance fraud? Guilty. Question number 8. In regards to count 8 of the amended indictment, in regards to count 9 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of insurance fraud? Guilty. Dated this 30th day of May,
Boom.
2024,
Roasted.
and signed by the presiding juror.
Fuck you, you piece of shit.
All right, Madam Clerk, thank you for reading the verdict. At this time, I'm just going to collectively ask the jurors, all of you, is this in fact your unanimous verdict on each of those counts? Very well. At this time, I'm going to inquire if the parties wish to have the jury polled. Does the state wish to have the jury polled?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Does the defense, Mr. Pryor, wish to have the jury polled?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Wow.
Very well, then.
Doesn't
I'm
defense-
going to direct the clerk to record the verdict. At this time, then, this does conclude the guilt phase of this trial. Because the defendant has been convicted on counts of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, the state has filed a notice of intent to seek the death penalty, and so a second phase of this trial, called the sentencing phase, will be taking place next. We're going to take a recess at this time for approximately an hour. We will come back on the record and begin with the start of that sentencing phase of the trial. I would like to remind everyone that this courtroom conduct order is still in application throughout these proceedings. Thank you all for complying with that. We are going to take that recess at this time. Mr. Daybell is to remain in custody at this time for the commencement of the sentencing phase. And with that, thank you all, and we will be in recess.
All right, please.
I feel you. I see you're emotional. When I heard the names, man, that's...
I mean, we don't usually do cases with children,
Yeah.
and it's really, really sad to think that, you know, Kay and Larry would have taken JJ in a heartbeat, and they didn't have any reason to do this. They could have gotten rid of the children without killing them.
It's just fucking monster, just absolute fucking monsters. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, babe, but like I'm thinking about the Adelson case, and like don't they do like full like statements? Do the victims? I'm not sure how the next phase starts. So that's in an hour, and I gotta thank Jan who just sent us $30 Venmo. Says thank you, Jay and Shan, for being you, and Nash thanks you for the shout out.
Yeah, I think Kay or Larry will probably speak because I think they do the victim impact statements. I don't know who will speak for Tammy, so that sucks.
And I don't know if those are after they do. Like I'm almost certain, but I don't know. Like there's gonna be statement like in the Daybell trial. I know there was like both attorneys get up and give you their reasoning why it should or should not be. But I don't know if the victims talk.
The mitigating stuff, yeah, that's before.
Yes, victim impacts during the penalty phase. All right, so I guess that'll be in an hour.
Ian.
East Idaho News. Are they doing like a press conference?
Mic check. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Mic check.
Hot mic. All right, I guess we could wait here and see. Kelly Bowbelly says, per the Googles, the jury will review evidence and receive additional instructions. Now, that might take a while. I don't think that's going to come back as quick for... But what do I know?
Oh, good. I hope that Tammy Zan cousin will speak for her.
Yes, Scott, it is my lovely wife, and yes, I am a lucky guy. Thank you. Hi, Penny. Now, Penny is back and thinks she just got fed not 10 minutes ago, and then I want to show you guys while we wait for this how, like, can't see her because she's next to me. Oh, there she is. Can I help you with something, Fred? Is there something that I can help you with, Penny? Tell me. Is there something? Oh, let me... All right, that wasn't dumb, so I can go back to my friend, Pendy.
Bugapoo, she's a rescue. We don't know at all what she is. They said maybe some hound and maybe a little bit of pit bull, but we don't really know.
Oh, she's sitting now, and shortly she'll be facing the other way and be really mad at me because we usually wait till at least 4:30. Try to make it till 5 to give them their CHEWNOLA, which I can't say right now. That's the good. You're the good girl. I know. Dizzy says she's missed the chat on screen. Yeah, this is like old school vibes for folks. KTG with the $5 Cash App. KTG is always sending Cash App. She's so kind. It says $5 for Idaho fried potato. Thanks, Mr. Babe. Thank you, KTG. Yes, we have 2 rescues. One from North Carolina, Penny, and one from from here, right? Or I forget where. Yes.
Yeah, Prudence was from here. And people always think that they are actually like from the same litter. They're about 6 months apart and they're not from the same litter, but they do look similar. One just looks like, she's black and white, and the other one looks like she's brown and white, but they are not related.
Their personalities could not be more different. Oh, look at that. I forgot to put up. I got the counter up here.
They are night and day.
There's Nate.
All right, everybody, I'm going to hand this off to you, Jordan. I believe we are live right now. Just ran down from the 4th floor where a verdict came down this afternoon about 10 minutes ago. 210, Chad Daybell found guilty Chad Daybell found guilty on all charges: conspiracy to commit murder of Tammy Daybell, conspiracy to commit the murder of Tylee Ryan, conspiracy to commit the murder of J.J. Vallow, the murders of J.J. Vallow, Tylee Ryan, and Tammy Daybell, and 2 counts of insurance fraud. Guilt across the board. This jury deliberated for about 6 hours. They started yesterday afternoon, and the verdict came down, well, before 2 o'clock. We got word around 1:15-ish that a verdict had been reached. We were given the notice that we needed to be ready for that verdict, and it was read at 2 o'clock. The courtroom was packed. I can tell you, lots of tears, lots of sniffles as this verdict was read. We walked out in the hallway afterward, and law enforcement officers were crying. They were hugging Larry and Kay Woodcock. Samantha, or Tammy Daybell's father, hugged Larry Woodcock as the two of them cried together. A lot of emotion in that courtroom. This, of course, has been nearly a 5-year ordeal, and these families have waited for this day. Chad Daybell showed little emotion. And what happens from here is, in less than an hour, we'll be back in the courtroom, and the penalty phase of this trial will continue. What does that mean? It means that Tammy Daybell's siblings and her dad have prepared statements that will be read from the stand. They will get to read victim impact statements that basically share how they feel and how this has affected them. Chad Daybell's children could also read those statements, but they were not in the courtroom today. They were not here. No word if they are coming. And then, because this is the penalty phase, the jury will then go back and deliberate if Chad Daybell should get the death penalty or life in prison. It's unclear how long that process will happen. I mean, who knows? It could be later today if all the victims go. It could go into tomorrow. It could go through the weekend. But the big news today, if you're just tuning in, Chad Daybell found guilty of murdering J.J. Vallow, Tylee Ryan, his wife Tammy Daybell, in her bed. He's found guilty of conspiracy to commit the murders of J.J., of Tylee, of Tammy, and he's found guilty of 2 counts of insurance fraud. Now, I don't expect that we'll see people coming down here just yet. After Lori Vallow's verdict last year, Larry and Kay Woodcock came down to address the press. I believe that they're going to stay up there until the penalty phase of the verdict happens. And I don't know how long that will last. I have to give you a little behind-the-scenes look at how this verdict, at least how we found out about it. Earlier this morning, the jury had a question, and the court reconvened. The jury was called in. The judge was called in. Everybody gathered in the court.
Can I just say how good of a job this man does? Like, he doesn't have a teleprompter. He is coming out and just banging this out. He's so good at this. He's so good.
And there was part of an instruction that was not included. And the jury had a question about what that particular part of the instruction needed to be. So the judge added a 40-second instruction to the packet. They then went back and deliberated. Around 1 o'clock, we were sitting in the courtroom. There was a bailiff in there. There was some court staff. Another bailiff opened the back door, not back where near the judge's chambers are, and he said to the other guy, "Hey, come here now." And immediately we knew something's going on. This bailiff then left the courtroom. About 5 or 10 minutes later, Kay Woodcock was in the courtroom with us. She yelled, "We have a verdict." And several people in the courtroom cheered, and the bailiff said, "You can't do that, no cheering." And then I started to get multiple texts from people saying, "The verdict's in, the verdict's in." The courtroom started to fill up with law enforcement officers from Fremont County, the FBI, the Rexburg Police Department, the Attorney General's office, agencies from all across the state. They're represented in that courtroom. They have worked hard for this day, and they have got the verdict that they were hoping for, that the state has been working for. And, of course, Chad Daybell's defense attorney argued that he had nothing to do with this, but the jury thought otherwise. So, again, we're about to start that penalty phase. We will carry that for you live. The judge said that's going to start around 3:15 Mountain Time. It's 2:25 now, so we have about 50 minutes for that to happen. I can give you a look, Jordan. Why don't we pan if we need to? There are people gathered here outside the courthouse. Just kind of pan around. You can see cameras from news stations locally and national news networks. And then behind Jordan, I don't know if you can swing all the way around to a 360. There are people who are out here just at the courthouse, Just they wanted to come by, they wanted to see what was happening, and they are gathered here on the courthouse steps to see what this verdict is. This trial has been over 8 weeks long. If you include jury selection, it was 9 weeks. Jury selection started April 1st, and then witnesses started the following week with opening statements and witnesses and evidence. And then just yesterday, closing arguments. The prosecution took about an hour and a half, and then the prosecution went back for a rebuttal closing that was nearly an hour too. And the jury began deliberating around 4 o'clock yesterday. They wrapped things up. Are in sequestration. They cannot go home. So they went to their hotel, which is somewhere in the county, where they spent the night. They were back early this morning, 8 o'clock. And, hey, Janice, can I interview you? Okay. There's somebody that's been here every day from Rexburg that I thought I might get her thoughts. Julie. You want to grab her, Jordan, see if she'll talk? Lady in the denim shirt. A lady from Texas who knew Lori Vallow
Denim vest
was also here, and Jordan's just gonna run and grab her, see if she'll do a quick interview with her. We can get her thoughts about this whole thing. I don't know if she wants to do it, but she was in the courtroom when the verdict was read. Can I just ask you a quick question? Sure. You'll be great. I interviewed you last year.
Yes, you did.
Remind everybody of your name.
Shelley Vester.
And Shelley, you're from Texas.
Yes, Austin.
And you were in the courtroom just now.
Yes, I was.
And describe the feeling.
Amazing. Tense, but relief.
Yeah.
It's a journey that's ending.
And did you predict that verdict?
Yes.
You did?
Of course. Yes.
Not surprised at all?
Not surprised, no.
What did you think looking at Chad Daybell as that verdict was read?
I was wondering if he was breathing. He was no expression at all.
Kind of like what we've seen the whole trial in a way, but was this different?
No, I think well, he did look a little pale. Did you think he looked a little pale?
I was sitting actually behind him, so
okay.
I couldn't quite see his face, and there was a deputy in the way, but
no
as far as
movement.
I could see.
Like, you didn't even know if he was breathing, no blink, of course, which he never does, right? So, yeah.
You've been here several days, and you were here earlier in the trial.
I have, yes.
What's your overall takeaway? I mean, why the draw? Why come out from Texas to spend time here?
Well, I was associated with Lori many years ago.
She did Lori's hair. Can I announce that?
Lori did my hair.
Lori did her hair. I think we said that last year.
Yes, for 10 years. So,
10 years.
So I played with Tylee when she was young, and I'm just here to support Tylee and Joe, and of course the other victims as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you happened to be here on verdict day.
No, and nobody was sitting in front of us.
Yeah,
so that was nice.
Were you here for Lori's verdict?
No,
okay.
not for the verdict. No.
Courthouse was packed that day. There were more media, it seemed, that day, although it's kind of picked up out here.
It has.
And this is the result you wanted. Are you going back in for the penalty phase?
Oh, yes. I'll be here till Saturday.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. I know you did a great interview.
Thank you.
You did good. She's been here early every day with the group.
And thanks for the donuts.
Yes, brought donuts this morning. I guess that my theory on bringing donuts helped.
You're right. Yes. Yeah. You're a repeat.
Right.
Because you brought them for Lori's trial for the verdict day, right?
Verdict day, brought donuts. We got the verdict in, and then did it again this year.
So that means you need to go to Arizona and bring donuts as well.
Okay. I will do it. Let's not talk about Arizona yet, though. Although she does bring up a good point. We do have another trial for Lori Vallow, who is in Maricopa County Jail on these charges in relation to the deaths of Charles Vallow, her fourth husband, and the conspiracy of the death of Brandon Boudreaux. So she faces conspiracy charges on both of those people, Charles and Brandon. That trial is scheduled to begin in August, but I don't think it will be happening in August. I think it will be happening early next year. Many of you are just tuning in. Chad Daybell found guilty this afternoon on all counts, 3 first-degree murder counts, including J.J. Vallow, Tylee Ryan, and Tammy Daybell. 3 conspiracy to commit first-degree murder counts, Tylee Ryan, J.J. Vallow, Tammy Daybell. 2 counts of insurance fraud for the insurance money that he used after Tammy Daybell died. He used those funds. And Chad Daybell killed J.J. Vallow. He killed Tylee Ryan. and he conspired with Lori Vallow to commit their murders. That is what a jury decided on this afternoon when they handed down this verdict less than 20 minutes ago. And now we wait to see what his punishment will be. Will he face the death penalty? Will he face life in prison? Idaho has not sentenced somebody to death since 2017. This would be the first. This would be the first death penalty case in eastern Idaho in I don't know how many years. Several years, possibly over a decade or more. But that jury could very well come back after this penalty phase and say Chad Daybell deserves to die for the crimes he committed against his wife and the children of his new wife. Inside the courtroom, we have Tammy Daybell's father. For the first time, he came to a court hearing. I spoke with him briefly after. It was very emotional. He said, I hugged Larry Woodcock and we cried. Larry Woodcock and Kay Woodcock were in there, tears running down their cheeks. I was sitting on a row in front of several law enforcement officers with their spouses. I could hear sniffles. I could hear, not sobbing, but you could tell that people were crying. It was an emotional moment in there. And as we led up to the verdict, I mean, it actually happened so quick. I think we were in there less than 10 minutes. We've been in there 9 weeks. But when it came down to the verdict, the jurors were brought in. The jury four-person said, we have a verdict. It was given to the judge. The judge opened it. The judge gave it to the clerk. The judge had the clerk read the verdict. Guilty, 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 guilty. Chad Daybell stood. The judge asked the prosecution if he wanted to do a roll call to poll each juror. The prosecution said no. The defense also said no, which is different than Lori Vallow's trial, where her defense attorneys said, yes, we want you to poll the jurors, and they did. And then the judge said, okay, now that this is a first-degree murder case, and the prosecution filed an intent for the death penalty, we will go straight into the penalty phase, which begins at 3:15 this afternoon, and we will carry that for you live as it happens. And then, if Chad Daybell is sentenced to death by the jurors, they will decide if he's sentenced to death. We don't know when that execution would happen. That could happen. It will likely be several years because there are so many appeals that happen in death penalty cases.
At least
a
decade, I bet.
Sometime before Chad Daybell is put to death, if they decide that route. If he is sentenced to serve life in prison, he will serve it at an Idaho Department of Correction facility, and he has not been assigned one, but I would imagine it would be somewhere in the Boise area. Got a cough here. So that's what we're looking at today. You can see we have a media podium set up here, assuming that some of the family members will come down and address reporters, probably not till after the penalty phase starts. You got to think that they've been preparing these statements. They've been waiting for this day for 4 years, over 4 years, to look Chad Daybell in the eye and try to get some sort of a closure or answers or something like that. And it's here. And the verdict was just read, and now they will sit down at the stand, at the podium, at the witness stand, and they will read their victim impact statements. So that's what we have going on here. Let's show people one more time. If you want to pan around here, Jordan, we can see the media people that are here. Lots of cameras from Idaho and national media as well. And then we also have several spectators who have gathered on the courthouse steps just to see what's going on and to get a look at the coverage get a look at this historic day here at the Ada County Courthouse. I do want to say, if you missed the verdict, you can go back and watch it. All of the trial we have archived on our YouTube channel. 67 witnesses called by the prosecution. Wow. Several of them were called multiple times. They testified 2 or 3 times. The defense then called 11 witnesses, and then there were rebuttal witnesses that the prosecution called 6 of those witnesses. So all in all, we heard from over 80 people on the witness stand during this trial. Some of those witnesses talked for only 2 or 3 minutes. Some spoke for an entire day. I believe Lieutenant Ray Hermosillo was on the stand an entire day. And it appears that this jury weighed all the evidence. They weighed all the exhibits. They weighed all the witness testimony and came up with this verdict. Chad Daybell guilty on all counts. Love to know your thoughts in the comments below, what you think about this verdict. Were you surprised? It took 6 hours, a little under 6 hours. My count was about 5 hours, 54 minutes. Lori Vallow's jury took about 7 hours. And Very similar pattern to hers, whereas hers broke, her trial, the jury started
Just
deliberating.
got a $30 PayPal from I'll Be the Judge. It says, Jay and Shannon, a.k.a. Babe, your channel is always the best. I'm grateful and happy to support you both. We are very grateful that you are with us and that you support us all the time. Thank you so much, I'll Be the Judge, Ronnie.
Late in the afternoon, went home, came back the next day, had a verdict around lunchtime. As for this trial, happened, they broke late in the afternoon yesterday, came back in the morning, and began deliberating too. In case you missed it earlier today, just about an hour before this verdict came down, I spoke with juror number 4 in Lori Vallow's trial. I interviewed her just here outside the courthouse, and she told me that she kind of gave us some insight as to what happens inside that jury room while they're deliberating. For her, she was equally as nervous this year, she said, waiting for that verdict to come down, not knowing when it would be, what it would be. And now that the jury has this off their minds, they can focus on the next stage, which is the penalty phase. So I think I'm going to run upstairs. I'm going to run back upstairs, get back inside the courtroom right now. As I mentioned, we will have that penalty phase here when it starts at 3:15. We're just going to stay live. You can stay live here. We'll probably keep the camera here in position in case anybody comes back out. And then once that penalty phase starts, you can just stay with us. Just keep watching. Got to take a little personal note here and thank you all so much for sticking with us throughout this trial, watching every day, for following us on our feeds, for commenting, for sending in your questions. There will be no Courtroom Insider tonight. Of course, it's a big day, but I'll actually be flying to CrimeCon, where I'm going to be interviewing Lori Vallow's sister, Summer Shiflett, on Saturday, and we'll talk about that next week on Courtroom Insider. But we'll definitely be back tomorrow night for Courtroom Insider, and through the weekend, too. We'll try to do some special editions from CrimeCon. To recap it all for you, I'm getting a buzz here. I hope they're not buzzing me to get upstairs. We have a verdict on the Chad Daybell murder case. It's taken a little over 8 weeks, and the verdict has been reached, and it is guilty on all counts. You can go back. You can watch that verdict if you want. You can watch the closing arguments that led to today, the other witness testimony. There's a lot to digest after this entire trial, and of course, we've got it all covered for you. So, Jordan, Jordan, why don't you want to come out for a minute? I'm going to bring Jordan out here. He can I'm going to talk with him about what the scene has been like. I told you what was happening inside the courtroom. Why don't we get Jordan here to tell you what things were like?
Cameraman, what's up, Jordan?
How did you know that there was a verdict?
I have I've had my earbud in the whole time, just listening in, just with that anticipation everybody else had, but as each thing was read off, you'd hear people like cheering, and
out here there was cheers.
Yeah, and it was just kind of funny because it's almost like a sporting event or something like that, where just people were so excited, and it was really cool. And as I heard Judge Boyce read off all the charges, I started getting a little emotional too, which kind of surprised me because I've been involved with this case for a little bit, and I've always seen it as like an outside thing, but I was kind of shocked that I got a little choked up. But yeah, it's exciting, and I'm happy that we have a verdict.
I'm going to call over this woman.
I'm going to call over this woman over
Can
here.
I talk to you real quick? This is Megan. She was inside
all right.
the courtroom. What was your thought being inside the courtroom as this verdict came down?
It's about time. 5 years. Justice has been served for Tylee, JJ, and Tammy. And next we're going to get justice for Charles.
What was the feeling in there?
Heavy. A mix of emotions. Happy, sad, nervous. Just really heavy. Really heavy.
Were you surprised at the verdict?
No. I was a little nervous about the JJ charge, but no, I knew justice would be served, and the jury of his peers has spoken, and he was found guilty, just like his wife.
Did you have a chance to look at Chad when the guilty verdict was read?
I did.
And what was his reaction?
No reaction. He didn't even make a facial expression whatsoever. No sad, no happy. He didn't move his shoulders. I'm shocked that he didn't react.
You have been one of the original people from the beginning following this, haven't you?
I have, yes.
What got you interested in the case?
When I saw missing kids and I was local, it just went straight to my heart, and I knew I needed to be a voice. And I've stuck through it since day one, and we got a lot more to go.
And you don't live in Rexburg?
I don't live in Rexburg, no. I lived in Meridian.
You lived in Meridian, and you traveled in for today?
I did. I traveled from Nevada for this verdict today.
It's 2:39 there.
You have the
Carrie.
bracelets on. Hold those up. She's got Justice for JJ, Tylee, Tammy. Charles, I'm sure, is on there too.
Yep.
You've seen their photos over and over and over. I mean, they've become part of your life. I'm sure it's kind of an emotional day for you.
It's
Babe,
very.
if you have to get ready for like work tonight or whatever.
I don't have to do anything, but I do have to plug in my laptop. So I'm just going to grab that.
Okay.
But I don't have to do anything.
Do you want to get the friends there?
Unless you want me to go.
No, I don't want you to go.
I can give them that.
All right.
I will give them that, and I will grab my charger.
All right. Let's see if I can look this. It's me, guys, as a high schooler. Let me put this over Babe's. Go ahead, Babe. Look, guys, this is me when I decided to put Sunnin in my hair. I think I was 17 here, maybe. I don't know. Let me put. Usually, I have the picture of me and Bob, but I don't have that now. So there's me at 17 with my Sunnin hair, my Tommy Hilfiger polo, my. Oh God.
Emotional and really close with the family, and they mean a lot to me. So feeling them and seeing their reaction is what we're here for. They've been through a lot, and they deserve this.
Are you going back up in a few minutes?
I sure will.
Witnesses?
Yep.
All right.
I'm here.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Nate.
Good to see you. Just one of the many people who were in the courtroom today, and you can see there was just such a wide range of emotions. I can only imagine what's happening in the court hallway upstairs as finally this verdict has been an extensive process. All right, Jordan, I think I'm going to head up. We're going to stay with us. I'm just going to hand off the mic to Jordan. If there's any breaking news, Jordan, I did want to ask you one thing, though. I'm going to bring Jordan back in here. How did you find out there was a verdict, and when you learned there was a verdict?
Holy shit! The Trump verdict is in.
Yeah. So we had all just kind of casually started getting set up just in case, but again, we really have no idea.
They have a verdict.
And you messaged me, and then
I thought they were going to be hung
the
for
other
sure.
camera guys know. It's like, there's a verdict. We're like, let's get this going, and so we all got set up, but it was kind of a scram there for a minute because we really had no idea what to expect or when it was going to happen. And so, once it came in and we could watch that feed, we
won't be able to see it because they don't stream the.
And Jordan was out here messaging me. John Pryor just walked in, letting us know when people were walking in. And you had seen him earlier today, but that was for the hearing that they had about the.
I would stream it, but we can't.
It ended up not being
There's
the verdict, so.
New York doesn't stream their.
I was just kind of had my eye out for Pryor or anybody, and then I started seeing all the Rexburg police come in, and that's when I was like, oh, something's going to happen. So.
Well, thank you for your hard
But
work.
it isn't New York. It's because it's federal.
The
No,
photo of
it
Jordan.
isn't federal.
Jordan, this is how
Isn't
good
it?
of a guy he is.
No, isn't it the Manhattan DA who filed it?
I was in the courtroom. I couldn't leave.
Or am I wrong?
I thought it was the. No, this is the hushed money in New York.
And so I need to buy him Jimmy John's because he's out here in the sun.
I couldn't remember
I'm in a courtroom where it's
couldn't remember which.
Luckily, it's a beautiful day here.
Charge
we
were talking.
Our team behind the scenes.
Yeah, they asked for 30 minutes to fill out some
has been
form.
Working so hard. Nate Sunderland, he's the guy that makes sure that this is streaming okay. Robert Patton, he's our web guy. He keeps us on so that you can read the updates. We have a whole slew of reporters. Caitlin Hart, she's in the courtroom right now. She's going to be taking over for me in a couple of hours when I take off. And the team at East Idaho News has really done a lot over the past 2 months so that I could be here bringing you the news every day as they cover everything else. So I just had to publicly thank him, and I've just got to tell you.
I believe you haven't eaten a single one.
Okay, I got to get upstairs because I don't want to be locked out of the courtroom. I'm going to hand the mic to Jordan. He's going to stay live here on the podium, and if there's anybody that comes out to talk, we'll We'll carry it live, of course, and then once that hearing begins in about 20 minutes, we'll swap over and you can watch it. No idea how long we'll be here tonight. We could be here till 6, 7, 8. Could be back tomorrow. We'll just see how the remaining afternoon goes. All right. Thanks
That was
a
for
lot.
you,
Here you go,
KTG.
Jordan.
Yep.
No, I don't have the sound on now.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
All right, so I guess I can turn this off. So we got about a half hour before let's hope I don't get a copyright claim for that. I just showed. We got about a half hour. I don't know. Hopefully East Idaho. I've never tried streaming East Idaho news, so hopefully that's not an issue. I cannot believe. I mean, we don't talk about. We make it a point.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno, aka politics, but man.
I really thought it would be hung, and I really did not think that it would be anytime soon.
Yeah, I said to Babe, this one, I'm like, do people really think they're gonna get a guilty on him? But for it to be this quick, I mean, do you think they would be this quickly a not guilty?
Not in New York.
But we don't talk about it. We won't get into it.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't. So we got about a half hour before. So I don't know. Should I end the stream and start a new one? What do you guys think?
If you don't want to end because of, I mean, I don't know what you want to do. Do you want to be able to promote that you're coming back with it because this says Becky on it? Or do you want to, if you want to stay, we can go over you can show my graphic I sent you.
Oh yeah, I can pull that up.
So I updated this after Lori was convicted.
Is what AIJ? Are you talking about that picture, KTG? That was me, 1997, I believe. You talking about this?
That was
picture?
Mr. Babe.
This is
Mr. Babe.
This is after I put sun in my hair. You'll be shocked when you have black hair. Sun in does not make your hair blonde. This is the result. It goes orange after a little while. This is not AI. If that's what you're talking about, look, check out that sweet background. I mean, wow. All right, baby, you can explain this while I go.
I think I had that same background though. You know, like if you were at a certain time of life, if you were basically in high school in the 90s, that was the background. Like you didn't even get a choice. Now kids like get a choice.
I'm surprised I'm not rocking. I had some sort of a necklace from what was that? Hot Topic.
Hot Topic.
I had it wasn't a puka shell. It was like they were like circular beads ones that were like different colors, I think. Or
Yeah,
there was a phase where I was like, I had a gold chain and like I had like a. We don't have to talk about it. All right, I'm gonna go to the restroom as you.
I remember that. See, we have Where's the Pickles is a 97. We got Bugapoo as 99. Both Jay and I were 98. Even though he likes to tell people that I'm so much older than him.
He's way older than me. Way older than me.
6 months, folks. Bye, Sinead. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, Jancy, another 99. Jared Ross, 95. We got some 90s graduates in here. Yes, Kelly, you are young. 06? Heck yeah, you're young. Sorry, I'm starting with the scratching. Whew. Sherry D, that's the word on the street. I mean, we don't talk about Bruno in here, but the word on the street is that the verdict is in. 03, Nicole. Sheila, 89. 93 for Amy. 87, Wildside. Wildside, you were supposed to go to therapy, I thought. Don't skip your therapy for us. 95, Mia Beto, graduated from grad school. Awesome. Congrats on being a master. 97, MJ. Yeah. 88. 99, Laura from Oz. Nice. How old is what, Charlotte? How old is 98? Jay and I are 40.
Babe, do what I do. Can you do the trick I've taught everyone to know how old we are? It's
Are we
2000.
44? I forgot. I know, but I forgot if it was 2024 or 2023.
You're old. You're
I
very
could do
old.
the trick
You
if I
are
knew.
20
We're
plus
44.
24. You're 44. You're very old. I'm only 43. So
You will be 44 in
why
Yeah.
is my program glitching?
You got 24 days left.
Yeah, well, you're way older than me by a lot, so there's that. I could share some fan mail while we wait. This was a good one, and I have my fan mail.
Ooh, I love a fan mail.
It's from
for you
Victoria.
babes.
It's from Victoria, who was the woman who I made a specific video about because she said she was disappointed in me. So let me hit the fan mail. Well, let me pull it up here.
I feel like I just get annoyed when anyone says that they're disappointed in you because like I married you. Like I should be able to be the only one. Like me and your mom and our kids we should corner the market on disappointedness in you. If anyone could be disappointed, it would only be us.
So here we go.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
All right, so let's take this down. Jay, I was a huge... This is the woman who I made a video specifically about saying, I do not give a fuck if you're disappointed in me. Victoria had to come back again 15 hours ago. Jay, I was a huge fan of you when you were covering the Adelson case, but how things have changed with your slanted coverage of the KR case. You keep pushing the KR is innocent narrative, which is so obviously wrong. You are smarter than this. First of all, no, I'm not. Very disappointed. And then Barb, who is also a fan of mine, feel the same. There are a number of podcasts that are pushing this narrative. Take a guess why they are doing it. Please, please, please clip me where I say that Karen Reed is obviously innocent of anything, and where I don't say I'm waiting for the evidence. It's just wild because, Victoria, you clearly don't watch my content, or you would know I don't give a fuck if you're disappointed with me, Victoria. You're not my wonderful wife. You're not my mom. I could give two fucking shits, Victoria, if you're disappointed in me. Watch it somewhere else, Victoria. Go to another channel. Why are you here? I don't give a fuck, Victoria Girl BC. Go fuck off. Watch it somewhere else. Why are you telling me you're disappointed in me? I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry I disappointed you, Victoria. How things have changed with my slanted coverage? Go fuck. You gotta be fucking kidding me with this shit. This is the third time. This is at least the third time where Victoria has told me that she's disappointed in me. Go fuck yourself.
Here's the thing
and she'll never see this because she doesn't watch my comment. She just hunts my videos to put this stupid fucking comment on. She clearly doesn't watch my fucking content because
Here's the thing.
Go ahead, babe.
That annoys me is that this whole narrative of this whole idea that people like you and Bob are making a bunch of money because you're saying Karen Reed is innocent, or you're pushing that idea that you're making more clicks or more money or whatever. I mean, either way, whatever you say about Karen Reed, you will get clicks. I literally just said Karen Reed is wearing an outfit from this brand, and people ask me why I supported cop killers and how I can sleep at night. I, point out what Alan Jackson is wearing. I got that I'm, trying to trick the jury. It doesn't matter what you say. You could say she's guilty or you can say she's innocent, and you're going to get clicks because this trial is what people are interested in right now. And people are clicking on it. So the people who are saying like, you're doing this for clicks, you're clicking on it, bitch.
Yeah.
You're clicking on me.
And for people who give me, I'm gonna pull this up for people who are like, you're showing footage of these witnesses. You shouldn't do that. It's funny because they didn't have a problem when I was showing. This is what I do. This is look, it's the Chad Daybell trial. Oh look, it's Lori Vallow. Oh look, it's Charlie Adelson. Oh look, it's Penny. Oh look, it's Hannah Gutierrez. Like, this is literally what I do, and no one's ever had a problem with me posting witnesses before. All of a sudden, I'm posting witnesses, and they're like, "How dare you attack them? How dare you harass them?" I've done this for cops. Look, there's the cop, Aaron. I've done this for this jabroni who was like, I don't even know what
Jeff
he was.
Lacasse, Luis Rivera, all witnesses.
I've done it for judges. I've done it for attorneys. I've done it for Judge Boyd. I've done it for Wolverine, the attorney. This is literally all I have done since I've started this, and somehow I done it for this guy who was like Stone Cold in the what's that idiot's name? Tommy Boy. Melly. I did it with Melly. Like, literally.
Oh, tons with Melly. We did so much with Melly. Like, so many witnesses in Melly.
Adam Montgomery.
Oh, yes. And either way, Bleefnik. So either way, like sometimes the consensus is that, you say what's on the top of your head. Like, that's your thing.
Yeah, kind of. That's kind of. Oh, I did it for the Hot Cop. I would play these clips, but I'm sure there's songs in them that'll get copyright claimed. Oh, look, there's the original. One of the originals, Catherine Durham. Gwyneth, which is where I think I started.
Yes. Oh, so many of the witnesses in Gwyneth we have.
Yeah, Eugene Levy over here.
Harris.
LMF over here.
Oh, Taryn, I'm so glad to hear that. Because of your trial style, I have a new outfit for my upcoming court appearance.
How cool is that, babe? Look at you. Influencing.
I'm so excited.
You're an influencer.
I'm so excited. I hope, Taryn, that if you ever need tips for trial, you go right to the Bible of trial style, Ms. Gwyneth Paltrow.
By the way,
her soft textures. Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut. I still can't believe that this one clip right here has 26 million views but it does have a song, so I can't play it, of Zachariah Anderson. Look at here. Here's Charlotte. If you didn't know, if you want to go back, there's one thirst trap I made of your boy, Tiger Tinsley. So, all right, we got what time did they say they're coming back? 3:15 their time. Does anyone remember?
I thought he said 3:30 Mountain, but I don't know. Maybe he did say 3:15.
Can you guys hear our dogs chomping on the chunola? I can.
You hear it through my mic.
Thank you, Sarah. Sarah says 3:15.
Oh, 3:15, Sarah says. Okay.
Right, so we got 15 minutes to kill.
I cannot be trusted. Exactly, Susan Skinner. Exactly. And that was the thing about Gwyneth Paltrow that her clothing really enhanced, was it made her more relatable. And she wasn't, she didn't look like a snobby person that people kind of, they kind of portrayed her as like this ice queen in the media. And she did really good with
I am going to show. Sarah says so. I'm trying not to do this in a way where I seem egotistical, but this is like if I had to show people like a trailer for why they should watch our coverage. Bob makes me laugh. So we get like several voices from Bob. I'm gonna show.
It's so good.
It makes me. I've literally watched this several times today, and I laugh every time. Which I guess.
So, Doctor, I'm sorry.
Maybe
I'm
egotistical because it's
I
me.
think part
But
of it is that you're saying so much, and your voice is
Bev,
fine, and then it drops, and it's fine. And then it
this
drops. So,
isn't
Paul,
his
can we
fucking
turn?
problem. Get this lady with the trunk who's huffing shit off her phone, and maybe she can hear this man. We could all hear him. Where's
Get off the phone, trunk woman. Get off the phone.
We could all hear him.
God,
Bev,
she's
calm,
speaking on
not
this
all of us
poor
have a
man.
mic implanted in our fucking mouth, Bev.
I can hear this guy fine, Jake. Are you
I-
having a problem hearing Dr. Feelgood here?
No, I can hear him fine.
He's clear as day. What is going on with Dr. Bev? Like she is hating on.
First
good
of all,
old
all right, let me
Dr.
just give you my
Feller
commentary
balding it.
why this is funny because I'm annoying. Why is he calling her Dr. Bev? And then why is he calling this guy Dr. Field? Well, his name is Dr. Faller, but this is so funny where he like
Faller.
where he messes up the name.
Like she is hating on good old Dr. Feelgood and Feller balding it from Nimbambu. She's giving this guy so much shit.
Such a hard of all the witnesses so far, this man is getting her wrath, and he's I can hear him.
Out of all the nose
important
breathers
that
that
all
they've
the
had on the
jurors hear.
stand, this is the guy she's going to give the shit to. Breathing through their noses.
This is the guy.
What is happening, Jay?
This poor
Jay,
man.
Everything you say, Doctor.
Strongly worded letter.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Send the letter, Bob. Send it out.
I mean,
yeah,
hold
but
on.
speak into the
I'm
microphone.
gonna bring it really.
Bev, the man
She
is
shows
talking into
him.
the fucking microphone.
Terrible.
Have you lost your mind?
I mean,
Close.
this
All right,
weird
this should be better with the
Hopefully you can turn it back on
very
when I get better at this. So I'm
this
sorry.
poor man with threats of fans being turned off and everyone in the courtroom sweating profusely. Sir, you have no one to blame but yourself.
This gets Bob's voice gets me every time. This when Bob multiple voice impressions. This one cracks me up every time.
Speak into
The
the
old
mic.
timey
I
crier.
can't say it any other way.
Like, why did he use that voice? It's so funny. He's like, listen, Jerry, you are fucked if this
Because
man
of hear
who
you
is
hear you
talking
guy.
into the mic can't do it any better. You're all gonna sweat your ass for the next 3 hours because fucking I can't hear
man.
him.
Now
This
I feel great pain for this poor pathologist. I mean, this guy's just trying to come here, kick some knowledge, and he's getting flamed. Like an absolute flamethrowing by Judge Bev. Like she's gonna, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm going to instruct you if I have to turn off
He is now doing a different voice. It's so
the
funny.
fan, I expect you to place all blame on the man in the suit on the stand. That's it. Proceed.
And she's like, listen, I know someone almost passed out last week because it was too hot. I don't give a fuck. If this man doesn't talk into the microphone, sucks to be you, lady, that almost passed out last week. You're going down.
Objection.
I don't know why. That tickles me. It tickles me. I don't know why. I just love
Bob's Lally objection is 100%.
It's so good.
On
Yeah.
like the breathing, he has it down so good. I mean, we should maybe make a clip of that and like a real Lally objection and see who can tell.
You
who
wouldn't
the
be able
real
to tell.
Lally
And it's so good that like
No.
I have to tell people like if Lally if it's cross and it's Lally, like people are like, oh, was that him? It's people legitimately thought that it was, all right, folks. So like about 12 minutes.
Hilarious.
And
The other part I love is that when you're talking about the lady huffing, it's paused and that poor woman is on the screen. So then you just look at her and she's like in an unfortunate kind of pose for her. So that's funny, but really like it's so sad for that doctor. He's like, I'll try to do better, guys. Like he tries to tell the jury that he's sorry.
he
It's
says
so
at the end, I'm
terrible.
hot too. I paused it. He's like, I'm hot too. And can you imagine if you're that lady who almost passed out and you're like, this fucking guy,
I'd be pissed.
I'm going to pass out again because it's so hot in here. Oh, look at that. From KTG. We love KTG. I saved your Boston article to my iBooks. It was fantastic.
Thank you. The lady who interviewed me was so great. The reporter, Abby Patkin, she was wonderful. She even sent a really nice follow-up email and told me that she wished she had more character, a bigger character limit so that she could have included more of my stuff, which really made my day. Because I answered a lot. I had a lot of things. I had a lot of past trial stuff. Oh my goodness.
What just happened?
I think a squirrel is outside.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because she just like threw herself against the door. But I had a bunch of other trial references, fashion references in there.
Why don't you tell the folks what you're working on now? It's going to be coming out on Mindful Crime Couture.
Well, I am so close to being done with this, but I just keep adding things in. So, gosh, I wish I had it right here. But I have, I bought Wendy's book off of eBay so that Wendy did not get any money. But I have read I have 2 chapters left of Wendy's book. And it's not that it's long, it's just that it's Wendy. And so you got to take some breaks or else you just, oof. But I have a video that's coming out that's the first 3 chapters and the introduction, just like the cover of the book and those kinds of things. We go over that. So that should be coming out very soon. I just am putting all the finishing touches on it. But I have it all recorded. I just, I'm putting in the little clips and things.
All right, about 10 minutes, folks. If you missed it, we started the stream. The idea,
article.
All I was planning on doing today was because the Becky thing came out. I'm like, let me go live. Bob's doing his thing. Let me go live, and we'll talk about Becky Hill's complaint. And all of a sudden, as I make that tweet, Sheila and Hello Spring Kim were kind enough to tag me and say, hey, Daybell verdict, so that's why we're here now. And now, I mean, there's a Trump verdict is in. I mean, that we can't stream anyway. We wouldn't probably anyway because we don't do politics here. But it's New York, so it's not streaming anyway. But I cannot believe.
I'll tell you guys what the hot topic is on fashion for my.
Oh my God, he's guilty on count 1. Twitter's going insanity. Holy shit.
I'm looking for the article.
Wow. Holy shit. This is like a moment in history that we can't stream it, but
we're together for, but
yes.
We are not watching it.
I have no words.
There are 34 counts? Oh my. Oh, I forgot that if you try to use this link, it's too long. I think if you do this. Try that. Yep, that works.
All 34 counts?
No way.
I'm like, I'm at a loss. I don't know if he's going to jail, Amy. Oh, wow. I better stop scrolling on Twitter before I show corn again.
truly, babe.
I really almost, I feel like I almost should record again. Oh, for folks who are new to the channel, I could tell this story while we're waiting. What were we streaming? It wasn't even trial related. I was talking about how there.
Babe.
You don't want me to say anything? All right. I won't.
No, it's okay. You were talking about our shirts, our merch.
Someone,
and somebody copied it.
There was a Twitter account that
The
would
AI bot.
It was like a bot that would just take, like, it was my hoodie, and it would post it as if it was someone else. I think I might have the video. I could show it while we wait. Let me see. You guys will like this if you've never seen this clip before. I'm looking up the shaming of Jay Corn. Yep, here we go. All right.
This was
What?
quite the day.
Yeah, this was.
First of all, let me set the scene for you.
Go ahead.
It's summertime, so we're all home. All the kids are home with us. They're not at school, and Jay's streaming.
Do you want to set it up more, or do you want to just play it?
Jay's streaming, and he's like, "You guys, oh my gosh, Steve bought a sweatshirt from us, Publicly Buzzed, and thank you so much, Steve." But then this bot,
all right, let me play it.
this asshole bot. I'm just saying what's in the video already, right?
You got to see this. Steve, my man Steve from Publicly Buzzed, look at this. He tweets that he got a hoodie from my store, which, by the way, thank you so much, Steve. So Steve from Publicly Buzzed, who you should be following, he's amazing. Check him out. He got my hoodie, right? So look what happens on Twitter after he tweets that he got a hoodie. This account, which is not... I'm going to pause this here to give you a little... The account name was @StepsisterSex, but I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the account name was @StepsisterSex, and I still go and do this. My store tweets... And you can see it's good in bed. It's like a bot of some kind, and it immediately tweets original hoodie link, which it is not. That is not my store. If you buy something from this store, it's not me. It's someone making money off of my stuff. So they immediately tweet. Look at this. They have 29,000 followers, and they have set it up as some sort of bot that all they do is.
All right, thank you.
I'll
Please
show
be
you.
seated.
I'll view their tweets. All they do is if someone posts a picture. Oh, I guess it's not just that. What the? Oh my good Lord. Oh my Lanta. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Jeez Louise, I'm so sorry. That was a account that was stealing my shirt, but apparently it tweets other stuff. I am so sorry. Jeez Louise. Kids, turn that off. Oh my God. That was supposed to be the account that stole my shirt, but apparently they do more than stealing shirts. Holy crap. I'm so sorry. I did not see that coming.
Once the jurors are ready to be brought in, they can enter the courtroom, please.
I saw yesterday was that they steal shirts, but apparently they post other things. I am so sorry. Can you hear the kids in the background screaming?
The boys saw it.
What did they say, babe?
God. And then they ran upstairs to tell Sloan.
Can you hear my kids
wasn't
now?
On
Can you hear them
watching. Now? And so
I'm gonna go drive into the
just
ocean.
telling a story. And so she runs upstairs, or they run upstairs to her, and they say, "Dad just streamed the Devil's Tango."
All right, we're back. That was a moment in time, let me tell you. All right, we're live for the verdict. It's okay, Nicole. I mean, I was really... I mean, the @ was Stepsister Sex, and the name was Good in Bed. And let me tell you, folks, the videos I showed, they were not softcore. I mean, I blurred it out in that clip. It was hardcore penetration.
Fully nude.
Like, anyway.
I just was like, oh my God, oh my God. And you ran into me and you were like, what do I do? And I'm like, we have to delete that.
Yeah, I had to
Now.
immediately end the stream and delete it because I was like, oh man, YouTube's going to take me down. Little did I know they took me down a different time. But all right, if you're coming in late, first of all, thanks for being here. Second of all, we are now to the Chad Daybell was found guilty of all charges. Siri, stop it. And now we are on to the sentencing. What do they call this? The sentencing phase or the
yeah, the penalty phase.
Penalty phase. So we're gonna hear So just get ready. It's gonna be get your tissues. It's gonna be some victim statements. I believe statements from both the prosecution and defense. You can imagine what this fucking asshole Proctor is gonna say.
All right,
here we go.
You will bring the jury.
What would Judge Newman do?
Jury's all present. Counter for you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please be seated. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are back on the record on case CR 2221-1623, State of Idaho versus Chad Guy Daybell. The court notes that earlier this afternoon, the jury returned a verdict of guilty on several counts that are subject to this capital sentencing phase, including in the verdict form counts 1, count 2, count 3, count 4, count 5, and count 6 of the amended indictment. The court at this time then is going to commence with the capital sentencing phase. I'll note that in this case, the jurors have returned, including the juror alternates that are here as well, and the 12 jurors who returned the verdict under Idaho Code 192515, subsection 5B. The court is using the same jury to conduct this phase of sentencing also, and that statute reads that if the defendant's guilt was determined by a jury verdict, the same jury shall hear the special sentencing proceeding. So we are in that special sentencing proceeding. As I mentioned, the jurors are here and present. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you for continuing your jury service. You've again been seated for your continued service in this case, and that's the matter we're taking up at this time.
Hey, Kim.
To give you an idea of just the schedule, the court has some preliminary instructions that are going to be read to you this afternoon. We're going to commence then with further evidence on the sentencing phase starting tomorrow morning after I read these preliminary instructions. And the court's proposal on our typical scheduled plan would be to start at 8:30.
Wait.
Is the state going to be ready to proceed at 8:30 with any impact statements that may be offered? All right, that's how we'll run the scheduling at this point then, and I'll inquire as to the jurors going forward, also the scheduling we'll have during this phase of the proceedings. They don't need to be limited to the timeframes we've had throughout the trial, including, depending on how long this takes, weekends. So I am essentially leaving up to the jurors their proposed schedule within reason of when we'll work through this proceeding. So the court is going to read some preliminary instructions then to the jurors. And again, you'll receive additional jurors when you retire to deliberate on this part of the case. But for now, the court will just read these and those will be included with you later. So in this case, the defendant in this case has been convicted now of the crimes of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. We will now have a sentencing phase of the trial regarding those offenses. Additional evidence may be presented during the sentencing phase. you should also consider the evidence presented during the trial. Before the death penalty can be considered, the state must prove at least one statutory aggravating circumstance beyond a reasonable doubt. If you unanimously decide that the state has so proven one or more statutory aggravating circumstances, then you must decide whether the imposition of the death penalty would be unjust by weighing all mitigating circumstances against each proven statutory aggravating circumstance. At a separate proceeding, the court will sentence the defendant of which you have found the defendant guilty. Instruction number 2. Your duties are to determine the facts, to apply the law set forth in my instruction to those facts, and in this way to decide the case. In so doing, you must follow my instructions regardless of your own opinion of what the law is or should be, or what either side may state the law to be. You must consider them as a whole, not picking out one and disregarding others. The order in which the instructions are given has no significance as to their relative importance. The law requires that your decision be made solely upon the evidence before you. Faithful performance by you of these duties is vital to the administration of justice. In determining the facts, you may consider only the evidence admitted during this trial and during the sentencing phase. The production of evidence in court is governed by rules of law. At times during the sentencing phase, an objection may be made to questions asked a witness or to a witness's answer or to an exhibit. This simply means I'm being asked to decide a particular rule of law. Arguments on the admissibility of evidence are designed to aid the court and not to be considered by you nor affect your deliberations. If I sustain an objection to a question or to an exhibit, the witness may not answer the question or the exhibit may not be considered. Do not attempt to guess what the answer might have been or what the exhibit might have shown. Similarly, if I tell you not to consider a particular statement or exhibit, you should put it out of your mind and not refer to it or rely on it in your later deliberations. During the sentencing phase, I may have to talk with the parties about the rules of law which should apply in the case. Sometimes that will occur at the bench. Other times you may be excused from the courtroom so that we can discuss those matters. You are not to speculate about any such discussions. They are necessary from time to time and help the sentencing phase run more smoothly. Some of you have probably heard the terms circumstantial evidence, direct evidence, and hearsay evidence. Do not be concerned with those terms. You are to consider all the evidence admitted during the trial and during the sentencing phase. However, the law does not require you to believe all the evidence. As the sole judges of the facts, you must determine what evidence you believe and what weight you attach to it. If any evidence is admitted for a limited purpose, you are not to consider it for any other purpose. There is no magical formula by which one may evaluate testimony. You bring with you to this courtroom all the experience and background of your lives. In your everyday affairs, you determine for yourselves whom you believe, what you believe, and how much weight you attach to what you are told. The same considerations that you use in your everyday dealings in making these decisions are the considerations which you should apply in your deliberations. In deciding what you believe, do not make your decision simply because more witnesses may have testified one way than the other. Your role is to think about the testimony of each witness you hear and decide how much you believe of what the witness had to say. A witness who has special knowledge in a particular matter may give an opinion on that matter. In determining the weight to give such opinion, you should consider the qualifications and credibility of the witnesses and the reasons given for the opinion. You are not bound by such opinion. Give it the weight, if any, to which you deem it entitled. Instruction number 3. It is presumed that no statutory aggravating circumstance exists in this case. This presumption remains throughout the sentencing phase and during your deliberations. The state has the burden of proving the existence of a statutory aggravating circumstance, and that burden remains on the state throughout the sentencing phase. The defendant is not required to prove the absence of any aggravating circumstance, nor is the defendant required to produce any evidence at all. The state must prove the existence of a statutory aggravating circumstance beyond a reasonable doubt. A reasonable doubt is not a mere possible or imaginary doubt. It is a doubt based on reason and common sense. It may arise from a careful and impartial consideration of all the evidence or from lack of evidence. If after considering all the evidence you have a reasonable doubt about the defendant's guilt, you must find the defendant not guilty. That in this time then concludes the initial preliminary instructions for the sentencing phase. And the court is going to be in recess then until 8:30 in the morning, when we'll commence with evidence on that phase of the trial. Before we break for the day, does the state have anything further?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further from the defense?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'll note that the jurors will remain sequestered during these proceedings, and we'll begin again tomorrow at 8:30. Thank you again for your continued service, and that will conclude our matter for today. Thank you.
All right. Well,
All right.
I can't believe we waited for all that for that. But
No, but I bet Nate will have Larry and Kay speak.
all right.
Don't you think?
All right. I assume they switched the camera. Right now it's on this. It's still on. This is East Idaho News, so
Yeah, I bet they will.
oh shit. Do they have another feed that's like
Is it on Law and Crime?
well, they just ended that feed.
Penny.
Is it because Prudence locked in
Oh,
her
I
crate?
forgot to let Prudence. It's because, yes, I forgot to get Prudy out. Oh my goodness. Poor Prudence. Sorry, Prudy.
For folks who don't know, when we give them Chunola, we have to put Prudence in her crate because Penny will beat her up and take it from her if we don't. After she finishes hers. All right, I guess
Now she's drinking like a whole bowl of water because she's been stuck in there.
good job, babe.
Yes? No?
All right, so I mean, what we can do tomorrow, if you missed, I put it in the chat. Looks like Michelle Tracona's sentencing is tomorrow. That would be 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is my time. I assume it'll be done by 10. Did he say 8:30 their time for Chudley's? So I assume it'll be done by 10:30. So we could do Traconis, then Chudley's. Why are you barking at me? She just wants me to play with her. Okay, let me just make sure.
Jay is Prudence's human. Like, he's her favorite person, so.
Oh, I could put on the dog cam. Let's see if. Yes, Prudence, what can I help you with? I don't know. Oh, there she is. Come here. What do you want? All right. I guess we'll end it here.
Exactly, Sarah. Now we know why, because I keep her locked in the crate. The meanest.
We can tomorrow. I can set up a stream for 9 for Tracona's sentencing, and then we can go into Chudley's sentencing after, or whatever they're doing tomorrow for stupid. All right, guys.
Thanks, Charlotte.
I'm keeping an eye on. Oops. Nothing's going live here.
messed up. It's okay. Mm-hmm.
All right.
You have a lot to say. Huh?
Yeah, what a day is right. We had the members only, then we had the Becky Hill, then we went to the Chudley, then Trump is found guilty. What a day. Thank you all so much. Your support today has been overwhelming, like always. So we truly, truly appreciate it so much. So I'll review to set up some streams for tomorrow. We can watch Draconis, and then we can watch Chudley, and then I guess that'll be it. So
And maybe I'll have my video done.
Oh, maybe Babe will have a video done.
I said that to pressure myself into doing it.
Good. Do I have my outro on here? Let me see. Oh, I do. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We love you so much. We appreciate your mods, as always. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for all your support, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Thank you for joining us, J-Bo Nation. Please give all of yourselves an ovation. No, it won't be real long until next time. Oh,
Check out Steve, Publicly Buzzed tonight. Portal's going to Publicly Buzzed. Like Publicly Buzzed. Tonight, Publicly Buzzed. Publicly Buzzed.